All right, one question is what should be taught in schools? Another is what ideas we should spend our time on more generally. When do we say, I don't have time for this BS and leave it at that? In terms of engaging in public debates, on controversial topics. It seems like, your email address is not difficult to find. You probably make a point of responding to many people who do reach out to you. But I can only imagine that lots of weirdness shows up in your inbox. How do you decide from whom to engage with and who not to engage with? And are there topics or ways of writing that work as red flags for you that it's probably not worth your time, of which you notice? That's a question by Jonas.
I answer every email. My view is if you've taken the time to write me, I'm not so important that I can't find the time to answer you. I got that from Professor Chomsky, the guilt complex. If I don't answer an email, Chomsky will never forgive me. So I answer every email. Yeah. However, I would say that I don't necessarily continue a correspondence if I feel it's not productive, it's not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. If a person has an agenda and just wants to force this agenda on me, and I don't feel it's productive, then I let it go.
Your thoughts on Cornel West? Cornel West, you know the man?
I don't want to say it.
Okay.
I have definite thoughts on Cornel West, but I don't want to say it. What are your thoughts on Cornel West?
What are my thoughts on Cornel West? I respect him, I respect his mind, I respect his outspokenness. I think he's consistent in what he stands for. I think he, critical, but also a positive, optimistic mind as well. He not cynical per se. I don't see that in him.
Where have you heard him speak?
Just like lectures and interviews on the internet. I've never seen him in real life. Mm-hmm. I read one of his books, I think, Hope on a Tightrope. A short, nice book, inspiring, interesting.
So you read one more book by him, not by you?
No.
I don't know what you read the last book.
But no, to be honest, the lectures do so much more, in a sense. There's benefit to reading as well, but you can still get somewhat of the similar content. What you lose out of watching and hearing is, like you said, with what was the other, Dickinson?
Dickens.
Right? Charles Dickens. Yeah, you lose out on the stylistic touch, the feel, things of that nature, right? So, do you have any? You don't want to speak on Cornel West, though? Perhaps. Okay. Off camera. You want me to share my thoughts on Obama? I asked a few people what, among my cohort of peers, what their thoughts on Obama were. Obama won mainly because people were sick of the establishment.
Correct.
And the usual politicians, old money, same circle, Bush, Clinton, blah, blah, blah. He was also very much a product of timing. It wasn't necessarily what he did. He took advantage of a situation and opportunity presented to him.
Totally agree.
But it seems he wasn't necessarily ready for the presidency. He learned on the job. He did have something here, something there. But he's smart enough to perhaps be a fast learner, it seemed like, and he did a lot better than other people. Would you agree with that? Or?
No, I wouldn't agree with that. Look, these are serious issues. I don't agree with that. I think that politics is a very complex game. Mm-hmm. You need a lot of experience before you can expect to achieve anything of substance.
Experience insofar as mobilizing folks, knowing how to play the game.
Yes,
What else?
Understanding how the system works.
Yeah. Knowing how to play the game, understanding the system. Okay. It seems Obama's life experience also kind of benefited him. He wasn't from a wealthy background.
Yes, he was. He went to the most prestigious private school in Hawaii.
Gotcha.
Now, his family was not rich, but he himself had a very privileged existence.
Gotcha.
He himself. His family wasn't rich, that's true.
More so in the direction as well that he sort of represented the son with a single mother, you know.
Yeah.
So that sort of narrative as well, I guess, kind of made him relatable to many, to the common person, perhaps you could say, or at least respected by the common person. The main thing it seems he had working for him was he came across with a genuine intention, at least.
There was never a
at
genuine
first.
intention. The main thing he had working for him was he was a black person who knew white people like the back of his hand. He was raised by his grandparents. They were both white. His father was a no-show. His father lived in Africa. His mother was mostly off in Indonesia, or doing either research for her doctoral dissertation or working there. He was raised by his two white parents. Seemed to have been his mother worked in the bank. His father was a salesman, I think. And he knew white people, and he knew his great art was he knew how to make white people feel good about themselves by feeling good about him. That was his thing. So he was totally disarming. That's only because he knew whites. The secret of Obama is not that he was half black. The secret of Obama was he was half white. He knew white people.
Yeah, and he was playing to what people wanted to hear, and he was an opportunist in many ways.
He knew exactly how to manipulate white people.
Yeah. You know, there was huge excitement about his youthful energy with immense promise. Very eloquent. At first, 2008 is what I'm referencing to.
I didn't find him eloquent at all. It was
Really?
Yeah, because nothing came from within. I don't think you can be a truly eloquent speaker unless you're plumbing the depths of your own soul.
Yeah, a lot of it was regurgitation, I think you said in the book as well. You said he just
He
copycatting.
just had all these speechwriters write these cornball speeches.
You know, to the audience who maybe aren't as perceptive or observant, he came across as wow, you know, like this enigma of a sort. Okay. Would you agree with that? The mass common person was, you know,
people were ready to be inspired. You see, they walked in. He didn't inspire them. They were wanting to be inspired. So whatever he said, they liked. He did. It wasn't.
That's true.
It was.
It was the
They were
inverse.
looking for a savior. They were looking for something so as to forget the 8 years under Bush. They created in their own heads in Obama a hip black president who was going to be our black Moses, whereas in fact he was just one more charlatan, one more crook.
Gotcha. Cool. That's it. Thank you.